A lot of games will let you take the files and kind of just delete whatever you want, so long as it's not critical to the actual function of the game. You can delete textures, sounds, animations, whatever you want, and the game will still let you play it. It just won't be good. TF2 is a really well-known example of this, as shown by Shonik, where you can delete absolutely everything as long as the game is still standing in some way, shape, or form. As long as you leave the coconut there, the coconut is vital. So then I was thinking, what if I take this concept and then just do it with Ultrakill? Brilliant. Genius idea for a video. I'm so smart. Come at the 2 weeks and no videos, I've still got it. Anyway, so I try this. I'm out here. I'm deleting files. Turns out, Ultrakill really doesn't like it when you try deleting files. Absolutely insane, I know. We can't just leave it at that. I gotta try a little bit harder. So I tried one of those, like, file unpacking things. I don't really know what they do. I'm not a software guy. But I tried it, and it still didn't work. This is the limit of my software knowledge. I'm more of a hardware guy. I don't really know what this is. But this doesn't mean that there isn't still some interesting little tidbits I discovered while digging through this game's files like a little rat. And that's what this video is actually about. Not sorry. I promise this is interesting. So what if we start by just straight up deleting a level? And then try entering the... yeah. Okay, that was anticipated. I expected that. So then, I dig a little bit deeper, and I find a file called early access end, and I'm like, okay, this is obviously the little screen that shows up when you beat 7-4, and it's like, the game's still being worked on. What if you delete that? What happens then? What if I delete this file, I go into 7-4, I kill the Earth Mover, and then I hop into the elevator? Turns out you just fall forever with an increasing speed, and you increase it to infinity. I left this running for too long. This video file is really big. You just keep going. Maybe this is like the lore accurate time it takes V1 to actually fall between layers. I mean, you've seen those elevators at the start of that. Those things are tall. Alright, you're not going to fall down that thing quickly. I just thought that was kind of silly. But then my brain, I activated my monkey brain, and I was like, ooh, what if I delete a level while I'm inside it? Genius. Genius. This is going to crash the game for sure. Nothing happens. I was not... okay. Sure. The level's already loaded. This makes sense. The level's already loaded. It doesn't need the file. So what if I restart the level? Nothing. It doesn't give a fuck. I expected the game to crash. Oh, I wasn't expecting it to just be like, okay, sure. So then I'm like, okay, what if instead of deleting the level I'm in, I delete the next level and then jump in the elevator to go to that level? What happens then? And then the exact same thing happens if you go into 7-4 without the early access ending. It works in the exact same way, which I thought that was interesting. So then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna restart the level. Everything will be fine. Now, if you restart now, the game crashes. Hi guys, Editing Weenie here. I could only get this to happen once. The first time I did this, the game just shat its pants and crashed, and every other time I've done this, it's just been like, okay, well, we're gonna stick you in the infinite elevator. I don't know why it crashed. I don't know why it won't crash anymore. But that's just what it's decided to do. So, I don't have footage of it crashing. Whoopsies. So then I come across these two video files. These are for the museum and the random little Easter egg in 7-2 respectively. And I'm thinking, okay, what if I just take a different video file, name it the same thing, and replace the original video file? Boom. Genius. Doesn't work. Doesn't work like that. I'm sure you can do that if you actually know how to mod the game. I don't. I thought this would work. It didn't. But, I did discover something that I think, like as a guy who doesn't do software, I think this is weird. The game, like, tries to load the video file in the museum every single time you pause and unpause it. It checks if the file's there. You can tell because it freezes when you try to play the file again, and then when you put the file back and then try to play it again, it'll start again. It's so weird. Like, why? I would have expected it to check every time you maybe restart the level. Not every time you click the button. Is this weird? Like, software people, is this weird? Or am I just like overreacting? But anyway, you might be thinking, what about fucking Finland? That's the actual name of the file in 7-2. What happens if we delete that? It's the exact same thing. So then I'm digging around the files, you know, I'm not actually deleting anything, I'm just digging around looking for things I can, like, be a little gremlin on, get my hands on, and I go into the Cybergrind files, and I see just a bunch of stuff in this, like, what is this? There's a filth here, there's a hideous mass here, there's some random stairs, there's just, like, the void. Why? What does this do? I deleted a bunch of these to try seeing if they were doing nothing. I have no idea what these do. I have literally no idea what these do. If anyone knows what these do, please let me know. I'm lost. I went and I clicked on these Google links, and they one of them just takes you to a blank screen, and the other one takes you to 6 pixels. I don't. What do these do? I don't get it. I don't know what these do. I'm genuinely at a loss. I tried deleting everything. Nothing. Cybergrind is just like, yep, okay. Don't need those. It still works. I'm fine. So then I'm like, okay, fine. You've confused me. You refuse to load half the time I do anything. What if I go for like the big meatball of this game's file? What if I go for Unity engine itself and just start deleting stuff here? And yeah, the game just immediately crashed. Like, it's gone. It's over. And honestly, I don't know what I was expecting when I decided to say fuck it and start deleting the engine's files and not the game. I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. This is pretty much what I should have expected. So I'm still, you know, I'm digging around. I'm really deep in the files now. And I find this file, I'm gonna pronounce this so badly, Nailstrof .jiggle physics. Why is this in the game? Hakito, what the fuck? I googled what the file, I actually looked up what the file is. I did my research, look at me go. And it is exactly what you think it is. It adds jiggle physics to the game, which, get your head out the gutter, okay? Like haha, funny. It's not actually just used for that. It's used for like anything that needs to jiggle. Maybe the Minotaur's stomach, or just off the top of my head, that might be what uses this. Other than that, again, I'm at a loss. I'm very much at a loss. And then like the last kind of just weird little thing that I can't explain are these palette files, right? Like palette files, I vaguely know what these are used for, right? You know, colors in the video game, crazy. But then why is this one called Sin Shitty? It's obviously a reference to Sin City, right? Like that's very clear. But like, why? I don't get it. Why is that a reference? Why is this here? What does this do? Why is it called that? What led Hakita's Finnish brain to go, yeah, I'm gonna name this random file Sin Shitty. No one's gonna know this. Who's gonna be digging around these files like me? Why are you in this? Why are you here? Why am I seeing that? Why is it here? I don't get it. I'm so confused. I came into this thinking, oh, I'm gonna like delete all the files and I'm gonna get, ooh, the funny source, no texture of a Gabriel. I have just left with so many more questions than I have answers, and I hope I have sufficiently confused you as well. I hope that is the takeaway we've all gotten from this video, is being really confused as to why this game has so many random stuff in its files. So that's all that my dumbass could find in these files. Again, I'm not a software person, I'm a hardware guy, okay? Ask me what an RTX 50,020,000 gigabytes of Terra RAM is. You know what, I got you. Software, don't know what I'm doing. I'm sure someone else can do a much more in-depth video on this, and that would be really cool to see. I'm not that guy. I just found some funny things and I thought, I'm gonna share this with people. Those of you who have been watching the channel for any amount of time may have noticed that I've changed the name. Lasagna's in the name. It's crazy. I know. I mean, she's essentially like as big a part of the channel as I am at this point, and the only reason that she's not in the videos recently is simply like physical distance. Like, we are like halfway across the country from each other. But you know, she's as big a part of the channel as I am right now, and I wanted to put her in the name and give her like the credit she deserves, I suppose. I don't know. I just want to change. I just want to add her to the name, man. I just want to do that because it's cool. Fucking stop me. It's it's our channel. I shouldn't say that. I'll get like, I should stop talking before I get my ads taken.